I received another question from Hey Internet, Eric here. And hello, Hey Internet, Eric here. It's nice to hear from you. You ask, I would love to know what films do you feel like being in the minority of, being a fan of, as in a movie that the masses seem to dislike, but you can't help but love. And if there are some films like this, why do you love them? Oh, okay, this is a very good question. And I think I can answer it in a, let's see. Yeah, okay, I think I can answer it like this. Uh, Maybe a few years ago, several years ago perhaps, there was the, I might have it here. There was the release of the here we go, the live action version of the Alvin and the Chipmunks. And here, so this is I actually have, it's the 3-disc box set. The box set's a bit beat up here, but it's 3 films on Blu-ray. I know there's a 4th film, but this is only the 3-film set. And so it has Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel, and Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. And so I suppose I could focus in on this one, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now I know this is a live-action film, and it's I know generally the basis of this. I saw, say, growing up, I was living a little bit in the United States, and so I had Saturday morning cartoons, and Alvin and the Chipmunks would be one of the cartoons I'd watch as a kid. And so I knew of Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then when I heard about this live-action version, and I saw I remember seeing the trailer, and there's that whole joke about the raisin, and so maybe I was thinking, oh, this is probably maybe not going to be something that I might enjoy. But the reason why actually I have this is this is actually a gift that my mother, when she was alive, my mother gave this to me as a gift. And the reason why she gave this to me as a gift was that my eldest daughter she was already born at the time, and she was growing up, and she was old enough to be able to start watching movies. And so my mother thought that a gift of films might be something that I would enjoy, and also I might be able to watch with my family. And so my mother gave this to me as a gift. And it was one of the last things my mother gave to me, in fact, before she unfortunately passed away. And so I remember seeing this, and I said to my mother, thank you very much. I was very grateful to my mother for that. But in my heart, perhaps I was thinking, oh, maybe I might not necessarily enjoy these films, Alvin and the Chipmunks, because I heard of their reputation, and maybe I thought, oh, they might not be for me. But then I watched them, and I watched them with my family, and we watched them as a family. And there were some jokes that maybe we didn't get, but there were a lot of things about the film that I thought were really fun and exciting. And I saw that my family, in particular my daughter, was really getting into. She was fascinated when the Chipmunks were on screen, and she loved the sounds of the voices. And when they were dancing and singing, she was just captivated. She was just standing there in front of the TV, and I was watching the film with her, but I was also watching my daughter's reaction to seeing, say, the Chipmunks on screen like this. And so I was very taken with it, and I was also very surprised at how much I enjoyed the film. I thought it was an entertaining film, and it had nice songs, and it had a nice little character arc development. A number of jokes that I enjoyed as well. So Alvin and the Chipmunks, I think, is one that I'm very very fond of, and also perhaps it has to do in part with the fact that my mother gave this to me as a gift, because as I say, unfortunately she died, and so it was a very sad time in our lives when she passed away. And I think with that in mind, I always look back on things like this, and I think this is something that my mother gave me, and I think she gave this to me because she knew that I love movies, but also she knew that maybe this is something that I could watch with my own children, just like my mother was watching films with me when I was a kid, and she would take me to the movie theater, and we'd rent VHS tapes, and we'd watch films from the 80s and stuff. And now I have those memories for me right now. And so maybe this was her way, my mother's way of trying to say to me, you can continue on this cinema journey, as it were. And here's Alvin and the Chipmunks. Maybe these aren't the greatest films ever made, but hopefully, you might have some fun with them. And indeed, I will say that I do have a lot of fun with these films. I think that might be how I would answer the question. I particularly like the Squeakquel and the introduction of the Chipettes and that whole rivalry kind of between the Chipmunks and the Chipettes. I really enjoy that. But anyway, so that's probably how I'd answer the question, which is maybe this might be something I might be in the minority in, but are these the greatest films ever made for me? Probably not, but they don't have to be for me to find them very entertaining. And also, they do have some special place in my heart, perhaps, because, as I say, this was one of the last things my mother gave to me as a gift before she passed. And so I do like to think about maybe the meaning of that in those terms. And so Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I'm very happy to say that I find the films very entertaining. So anyway, hey Internet, Eric here, excuse me. Thank you so much for your great question. And so now let me direct the question to you, my dear friends, which is, what films do you feel like being in the minority of, being a fan of, as in a movie that the masses seem to dislike, but you cannot help but love? I'd love to hear your responses in the comment section below. And so thank you very much, my dear friends. And hey, Internet, Eric here. Thank you so much, and I hope you're well. Talk to you soon. Cheers.